retraso viene sus infracciones en el camerino. Touch him up.
Referee Jerry Cantu, 19 years pro experience, working his 475th professional fight. Rigondeaux said that, yeah, Casimero's knocked out 6 guys in a row, but none of them are in the same class as me. Rigo says that Casimero's going to have the devil in front of him tonight, while Casimero joked that Rigondeaux's fights tend to put people other than his opponents to sleep. He says, quote, "Don't run, I want to fight." The bell and round one, the belt holder, Casimero. He is in the silver with orange trim, the challenger Rigondeaux in the white and gold.
Casimero says he believes his work rate is going to help him right now. He threw 60 punches per round in his last fight against Duke Mike, but normally he only averages 39 per round. We'll see which Casimero shows up.
And Rigondeaux, a master counter puncher, and we just saw a display of that early, Abner, with the left.
Yeah, and because Casimero's point, you know, he can't get discouraged. He's going to be doing a lot of missing tonight, especially to get a defensive fighter like Rigondeaux. So, but he's got to keep the pedal to the metal. He's got to put the pressure and break down an older Rigondeaux.
Casimero went so far as to say he'd get him out by the 3rd round. Our first fight, well, it lasted until the 2nd round. Our second one went, unfortunately, only 16 seconds due to a no decision. Here we are, 1 minute gone in our much-anticipated main event.
I like what Casimero did right there with the hook. He knows that Rigondeaux is going to be taking that step to his left. So what do? You throw that left. You don't let him out.
Rigondeaux in his last fight started out round 1 against Solis, brawling on the inside. Tonight, he's starting out with lateral movement, which for him, of course, is a better move.
Now, you got to be careful because you know Rigondeaux is just setting up a punch. He's waiting for the right punch, especially that left hand.
This is Rigondeaux's 4th fight with trainer Ronnie Shields. Shields said that Rigondeaux has the best feet in boxing, maybe the best footwork of any boxer Ronnie Shields has ever worked with. That's saying something.
Yeah, that's for sure. Ronnie's worked with some nice fighters.
Right hand there by Casimero. Casimero! And Rigondeaux's hand is down.
No knockdown. No knockdown.
Oh, but referee Cantu saying it's not a knockdown.
It's the fact that Casimero hit him right, hit him 3 times when he was out.
No knockdown.
Oh, Casimero again on the attack. Rigondeaux trying to hang on. Early.
I think there was a left hook that did stun Rigondeaux before he saw the canvas.
Rigondeaux's been down 4 times in his career. And the early pressure by Casimero. I apologize.
Casimero's doing the right thing, and Abner alluded to it with these left hooks. It keeps Rigondeaux in place, and against the left-hander, I think it's a very effective weapon.
Good start by the belt holder. Casimero just belted Rigondeaux with another left hand as we go to round 2.
Well, it was an eventful first round. Here is where Rigondeaux would hit the canvas. Now, he gets nailed with a left hand that's kind of on the back of the head. And that, whether that would be knocked down, who knows? But he was hit several times while on the mat, which, of course, could have also created a point deduction or disqualification of Casimero. And Rigondeaux complaining about being hit behind the head, which, in fact, he was. And we'll get a look at it again, Abner.
Yeah, there was a punch behind the head, but then the punches afterwards while he was down, that could have been the punches that hurt him, to be honest, because Rigondeaux, he was hurt once he got up.
And I do not want to intimate that Casimero is by any means a dirty fighter. He has been penalized 2 points in the past against Luis Lazarte for punching to the back of the head. And Rigondeaux not quite down, but again, ancient history already, Al. This is round number 2. And Casimero continues to...
That's the interesting thing. The power puncher Casimero is biting on those feints.
translating in the Casimero quarters. We go to the 5th, and well, Ronnie Shields, no nonsense, always gets right to the point, Al, and I have to agree with his sentiments in the corner of Rigondeaux.
Yeah, we don't know how all those rounds were scored at the beginning, but clearly, you know, Rigondeaux was the Rigondeaux Invitational track meet for a lot of that time, and it's very hard to win rounds that way. We'll probably see him in there. You see him trying to counterpunch more early in the round.
Yeah, I think even as a trainer, you get frustrated. You know, you worked on something, and it wasn't just running around the ring. So Ronnie Shields now wants him to, you know, sit in the center of the ring, throw more punches.
And, you know, a couple of those rounds, the left hand's nice right
Casimero, a couple of rights holding on to that right of Rigondeaux to keep him in place.
Yeah. And in one or two of those rounds, there were some left hands from Rigondeaux that could have won him one or two of those rounds.
Abner is someone who has been in this sport at the highest level. I know it's easier said than done from your vantage point, seeing what you've seen thus far. What would you recommend Casimero try to do a better job of in terms of trying to cut off the ring?
Well, exactly that. Do not just follow Rigondeaux. You got to close the ring. Do that. Work
I guess he heard us.
Throw that body shot, that left hand to the body, to the head. Do not let him out. And once that hand touches, believe me, the right hand will touch also. So make sure you let go of the right hand for Casimero.
And Casimero normally can double with the left hook. That's what he's got to try and do, even though it's difficult against this moving target.
But I always said, if my lead hand touches his face, his body, believe me, my right hand is going to do so as well. So Casimero has to let go of the right hand. He hasn't yet. He's done it a few times.
Well, Rigondeaux with a side headlock on Casimero.
We saw Casimero there try the right hand a couple of times, and he's got to, as Abner said, he's got to try and get that punch unlimbered.
There it is. That's a good body shot.
And for Rigondeaux, you know,
there's an uppercut and another right hand by Casimero.
And this is a round in which Rigondeaux's only thrown 13 punches, so, you know, it's going to be just tough for them to get
on the fighters, and you really sometimes give a round based on one single punch landed. There's a temptation to want to give Casimero more credit than he deserves because he's the aggressor, but he has to land punches. He's not landing punches. Rigo's not landing punches. I have it even.
Let's call the whole thing off. Is that what he was saying? A minute 35 left in the 7th. Thank you, Steve, as Rigondeaux continues to utilize that footwork, but not utilizing his hands very much, and that is also in part nullifying Casimero's attack, but Casimero cannot just allow Rigondeaux to continue to chew up the ring.
Casimero's thrown 20 punches more than Rigondeaux, so he hasn't been, and there's Casimero kind of telling Rigondeaux, come on, let's fight. It's intriguing to me that we've had almost 7 rounds of movement from Rigondeaux. Many believe he wasn't capable of even moving like this for 7 rounds. Whether good or bad, whether you like it or don't like it, he seems capable of doing it, which is shocking at age 40.
That's a good point. But then again, Casimero, you know, he will pressure here and there, and it's Rigondeaux's doing the movement that he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
Not because he's being pressured to do it.
Good point.
Is the frustration growing within Casimero and making him just overthink?
And I said this, you know, in the beginning of the fight, Casimero is going to be missing a lot. He cannot get frustrated.
Oh, he's getting frustrated. As are the fans getting frustrated.
Yeah. And he's reacting even to feints by Rigondeaux, which is fascinating.
To score.
Yeah, and if I saw a scorecard that told me Casimero was ahead by 5, I would buy into it. So, you know.
What would be interesting is that,
I need to point that out, is so few punches land in these rounds and so few are clean. And as Steve Farhan aptly pointed out, sometimes 1 or 2 punches make the difference in these rounds.
In terms of total punches landed midway through the 12th in the fight out for Casimero 45 for Rigondeaux 43.
Yeah, that tells us all we need to know. And they have combined for less than 500, right around 500 punches. Combined for 500 punches. So, there's not a lot going on. It's really surprising. I did not expect to see this. I thought we might see some boxing from Rigondeaux. I didn't expect to see this.
Casimero tries to put a combination together. Rigondeaux continues to let his feet fly, not his fists. And Casimero unable to...
Why are you running? Why are you running? Yeah? What? You owe me money. You have to give me back my money.
Good luck to the three judges seated at ringside. It will be up to them to determine who leaves Dignity Health Sports Park, a 118-pound challenge.
Why are you running? Why are you running? Yeah? What? You owe me money. You have to give me back my money.
Judge at ringside, Daniel Sandoval, scores the bout 116 to 112 in favor of John Riel Casimero. And a third judge, Robert Hoyle, scores the bout 117 to 111 in favor of the winner and still champion, John Riel Cuadro Alas Casimero.
We have said throughout the